very excited to have you join us. I am Jack.
And I'm Max.
We're brothers.
What up?
We are the creators of this thing called Friday Beers, which you may or you may not be familiar with. And for those who aren't, I think it's helpful to give a little bit of an explanation before we jump into this thing.
Jack, you're better at explaining it.
Well, thank you for saying that.
I still don't really get it.
All right, well, let me try to make sense of it as best as I can. Friday Beers is a comedy universe that Max and I created end of 2019 on Instagram.
November 2019.
That's right. And we started by creating what we call found footage sketches. And by the way, check out the Instagram if you haven't yet, that are made from
at Friday.Beers.
These sketches are made of all of our favorite TV shows, movies, sports moments, our favorite songs. And then we write jokes on top of it, and we create characters on top of it, and we tell stories on top of these sketches. And we call them live action memes.
Yeah. We haven't trademarked that. We probably should.
We gotta get Gary on that.
Live action memes.
We got really big on Instagram. It was a movement that we like to say we saw coming, but we never did. And it sort of became this bigger community than we had ever imagined.
The best way we've been described, in my opinion, is as zodiac signs for your group of friends.
And that is the single biggest reason that Friday Beers became popular is I think people saw their own friends in this group of characters we created. And this show is dedicated to those characters. Max and I the most thing that we were excited about ever since coming up with Friday Beers is how can we create a sketch show? So we were so psyched to team up with All Things Comedy, Bill Burr's company. Ever heard of it?
We were lucky enough to dupe All Things Comedy into helping produce this thing. I don't think Bill Burr's even aware this is being made.
No, he's not. So that's a show that we have for you and that we've been writing for you and getting comedians and actors who are much funnier than we are to star and bring this podcast and these Friday Beers characters to life. Because at the core of what Friday Beers is, it's really not about two people. It's really about all of us. It's about everyone who follows the account, everybody who has a group of friends that they can relate to. That's why we take voicemails on the show. Everything that you guys send us and share with us inspires us to write sketches and put these characters into funnier
Everything
situations.
You guys do informs what we write about. In that sense, everyone who's listening is a co-writer.
Who will not be credited or paid.
Yeah, you won't be credited or paid, but put it on your resume.
You put it on your resume.
Yeah.
You can say you are a colleague of Bill Burr's.
Yeah.
Without further ado, we're going to jump into Welcome to Friday. We hope you guys dig it. We're going to have a new episode for you for the next 10 weeks of this summer. Leave us voicemails. Tell us what to make next. Enjoy the wondrous world of Friday Beers. Welcome to Friday.
First voicemail. Actually, first ad. Freshly. Ever heard of it? It's pretty fresh. Their chefs make you meals delivered fresh.
Stop stressing about dinner. Go to freshly.com/Friday for $40 off your first two orders. That's freshly.com/Friday for $40 off your first two orders. All right, back to the voicemails.
Hey guys, Lachlan. I'm from British Columbia, Canada. And my question is, what is the most common thought that you guys have when you're out on bender or a night out? All right, cheers. Happy business.
Most common thought you have during a bender. Kind of a contradictory question because during a bender, you're not thinking.
Instinct.
You're just doing.
Fuels it.
You're just doing.
Yeah.
So
that said, though, I think it merits further study.
It certainly does. There's an art to it that hasn't been explored.
Right.
But should be.
There are people who are highly accredited, respected, and empowered to speak on these subjects.
With much more experience.
Yeah. And I think if that was something that was offered at my school, I'd be the first one to sign up for that.
Yeah, if there was like a benderology 101.
What if?
What if?
All right, settle down. Please, take your seats. Welcome back to Benderology 101, the theory and science behind multiple-day booze-fueled body annihilation. Now, please open your textbooks and crack open the lukewarm Keystone Light on your desks. We can commence our discussion of basic philosophical concepts, pre-game or post-game.
That's essentially a question of perception. Renaissance drinkers argue that the post-game was merely a pre-game for the morning's hair of the dog, while modernist theory maintains that late-night debauchery is the essential foundation for self-punishment.
Amorphous frameworks, indeed. Very good, Miss Wales. And per Newton's laws of motion...
An object at rest stays at rest, while an object on cocaine stays in motion. Unless, of course, acted upon by a benzo or furiously masturbating until you fall asleep.
2 for 2, Miss Wales. At least one of you has been following the required suck-down curriculum.
Excuse me, Professor, but isn't that a reductive view given the evolving interpretations of the more recent consumption vortex theory?
Well, Mr. Pendergrast, it looks like someone's read ahead. Care to enlighten us?
Well, it's more about recent case law. You don't have to look further than Stu Reynolds v. His Meat to find precedent here. It was ruled that the plaintiff's bender was actually extended because his attempt to masturbate only fueled his insatiable horniness, prompting a 72-hour stay at the Moonlight Bunny Ranch in Reno, Nevada.
Of course, a groundbreaking case. The first in which a man has sued his own penis in federal court and won.
But Professor, that case is still pending. His penis is appealing and countersuing on grounds for habitual abuse.
Oh, that's a PR stunt and you know it.
Shut up!
It's gonna get smacked down on appeal. These people...
Oh, please, class, please.
Or he could have just smoked a doobie.
Excuse me, sir. We're in the middle of a lecture here.
Lecture? Sounds more like a hissy fit.
Is that so? Well, class, it seems the janitor feels inclined to partake in our philosophical discussion.
No, it's just you're talking in here about pre-games and post-games, like it's your first time on a pong table after reading the back cover of a Tucker Max novel, speculating on what drives a man to spend a long weekend at the Bunny Ranch when probably never even heard of Backpage before.
As a matter of fact, I have. The chicks are so horny.
Chicks are so horny it's not even fair? You got that from Wedding Crashers, minute 97. Chaz Reinhold. Were you gonna plagiarize the whole thing for us? Yeah, maybe I am a janitor, but at least I'm actually a degenerate. And meanwhile, you just dropped $200,000 on an education you could have got bar hopping fast casual joints in Fort Lauderdale last spring break.
You don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know what I'm talking about. If I asked you for a plug, you'd probably point me to an outlet. If I asked you about hangovers, I bet you'd start quoting the whole movie. Sure, you might have been banged up once or twice, but you're talking about benders when you've never been on one. You don't know what it's like to be running for 98 hours straight, chewing the inside of your cheek raw at the $2 blackjack table inside a Saratoga casino because you need a few free drinks to stop your hand from shaking. After spending your last blood-stained dollar bills on a Taiwanese MMA undercard. Meanwhile, your wife said she's taking the kids. The last Greyhound left 2 hours ago. And you've got a loaded Glock in your waistband praying that this dealer busts, or you're gonna put one through your fucking temple.
Good God, man.
What the fuck?
It sounds like you got a real problem.
I'm actually looking for the AA meeting. I got a little lost and stumbled in here and...
Yes, room 205 next door.
Appreciate it, pal. Cheers.
Saratoga can bring even the mightiest of men to their knees.
Hey, you've reached the Friday Beers voicemail. Leave a message.
Simple question. All-time favorite beer to drink on a Friday? Thanks.
Might be simple, but it's extremely layered and complex.
This is a common misconception about us is that we're like beer snobs or beer aficionados and like
The fact is there's so many different types of beers that can do the right thing. Not just on a Friday, but in whatever mood that you're feeling.
Personally, and this isn't even intended to be parlayed into this sketch, but I am a big fan of Mexican beers. That's just like me personally. Pacifico,
You know why?
Modelo,
Because it's a mood.
Corona.
It's a mood that says there's no worries when you're drinking a Tecate or a Modelo or a Pacifico or a Corona.
I mean, it's got a bit more flavor than your and you can also, I mean, I wouldn't recommend playing Pong with a Modelo or a Corona, but you could do it.
It's been done.
It's possible.
Yeah. Underscoring the fact that whenever you have a Mexican beer like that in your hand, you do feel like you're checked out, you're on vacation, and you can do a little bit of an escape to somewhere happy.
Every time you get off work early, a Corona gets its line. Every time you see that cute girl from apartment 3C at the bar, a Corona gets its line.
Hey, so, can I buy you a drink?
Every time she rejects your advances and asks about your wedding ring, a Corona gets its line.
How about you buy your wife a drink? Get lost, creep.
When you're sent to a shame spiral that sends you on one of the darkest benders of all time, oh yeah, a few Coronas are getting limed. And when you come to 3 days later at your kid's custody hearing, you might not be getting visitation rights, but a crisp, cold Corona's getting limed.
Your Honor, that is absurd! On what grounds?
Sir, please remain seated.
No, I am not gonna sit here and take this!
Sit down, sir.
Get your hands off me, you fascist!
Bailiff!
Oh, no!
Every time you're released from prison after a 6-month stint for assaulting a bailiff, you guessed it, a Corona's getting limed. And when you walk into the closest bar and start thinking about committing another crime just so you can go back to prison because it was comforting knowing that in the clink at least you couldn't possibly sink any lower, open wide. It's lime time, baby.
Hey, guy, what can I get you?
I'll take a Corona.
Lime?
That sounds great.
Corona, find your beach.
Dude, you're looking really stressed and tired lately.
I feel very stressed and very tired.
I mean, are you trying to get in shape and eat right by any chance? That could help.
I would love to.
I think I have a solution for you, believe it or not. It's Freshly. Ever heard of it? It's fresh. It's oh so fresh.
Freshly offers chef-made, nutrient-packed, delicious meals delivered fresh to your door.
You'll never have to cook.
It's making it easy to eat better.
How does it work?
You visit freshly.com and then you choose from over 30 delicious, satisfying meals like steak peppercorn, sausage baked penne, chicken pesto bowl.
Oh, I love to suck down chicken pesto.
Delicious.
From Freshly.
Delicious.
And did I hear right that it's only $6.16 per meal?
That's correct. And right now, Freshly is offering our listeners $40 off your first 2 orders when you go to freshly.com/Friday.
Dude, I'm ready to stop stressing about dinner and just go to freshly.com/Friday for $40 off my first 2 orders.
That's freshly.com/Friday for $40 off your first 2 orders.
Oh, thank you, Freshly. It's so fresh.
Hey, you've reached the Friday Beers voicemail. Leave a message.
Hey guys, my name's Danny. I live in Minnesota. I'm currently in Spain right now for a triathlon. My question is, why is late night booty calls more acceptable for women booty calling men than it is for men booty calling women? What I'm asking is, I've had several female companions text me late at night, and of course I respond immediately. However, if I were to turn the tables and text them, rarely am I met with an enthusiastic and or interested reply. Thanks for the time. Bye.
I need to know a little bit more about triathlon, Danny.
I was gonna say he started off with a roller coaster from Minnesota in Spain for a triathlon.
Well, maybe he went to Spain because he's sending so many late night horny texts that he was intrigued by the culture of dining late, staying out late.
When really is the appropriate time to send a
what do they
late night
invest
text?
like $10 billion into getting a COVID vaccine in a year? I think there should be that equivalent amount of government-backed spending to find a FDA-regulated, safe treatment to regulate horniness.
I didn't have to run for help.
I didn't have to call 911.
And I didn't have to jerk off in the shower while my girlfriend was sleeping.
Because you didn't get uncontrollably horny again.
It's important to take conversations about chronic, uncontrollable horniness seriously. D-Horn pills are the only horniness reducer approved by the FDA, and in a clinical trial, almost everyone taking D-Horn pills were found less likely to furiously masturbate or make horrendous sexually influenced decisions. Almost.
I don't have to send dick pics to every Slovakian Instagram model that I follow anymore.
And I no longer spend hours mining the girl-on-girl category on Xtube, looking for the perfect strap-on scene for me to achieve a body-numbing orgasm.
Xtube gal, huh? Nice. Hey, but seriously, do not stop taking D-Horn without talking to your doctor, as this may result in regrettable text to your ex, ill-advised nudes, off-color internet search histories, FBI investigations into said search histories, failed Kickstarter campaigns to restart Backpage.com, and in rare cases, the purchase of a BIS Creations fully customized Asa Akira Real Doll. That's $15K you cannot get back, even though you paid an additional fee for full pubic hair and it showed up bald, which is fucking bullshit. Ask your doctor if you're healthy enough for D-Horn or if you've done enough pathetic things when horny to start taking them.
Thanks to D-Horn, now I can stay away from any erotic temptation, even the most perfect pair of feet you've ever seen. All 10 manicured toes greased up and glimmering in the sunlight, arched so high she's gotta be a Dr. Scholl's girl. I'm sorry, someone beating off? Okay, someone's definitely beating off.
Just finish the story, man. I'm almost there. I mean, the ad's almost over. How high was the arch?
Oh, god damn it. Guys, Jerry's jacking off to the customer testimonials again. Are you off your meds?
No, I fucking doubled my dosage. I am not.
No, listen, Jerry.
This shit doesn't work. I'm hornier than ever.
All right, guys, I'm gonna need some backup in here. Hold him down!
Get off me!
No, you hold him down! Jesus, I touched his boner!
Just give me the syringe! Give me the syringe!
Not the syringe! I don't need the syringe! Please, I'm sorry. I'm just not the syringe.
Hold still, damn it! Clear!
Ah!
All right, I'll finish this one out. To learn more about if D-Horn is right for you, visit dhorn.com or contact your doctor. D-Horn, take back every moment.
Here we go, cigarette.
Dude, we made it through episode 1.
Yeah, 1 down, 9 to go.
And hopefully many more after that.
For everyone still listening, thanks for tuning in.
You know that part of SNL after the last sketch, and they're all on the stage and waving goodbye, and like everyone's hugging each other, the music's going on. That's this part of the show where we're going to say thank you for listening, say we hope to see you next time, and play you out with an extraordinary musical act that we have worked very hard to bring in.
And this is performed by Jackson Bright, who is a friend of ours. I want to listen. Very talented musician. Go check out his other stuff, which is far better than this one, but it's a fun little lick.
Tasty little lick to head you out into the weekend. We know what Max and I hope is that you're listening to Welcome to Friday on a Friday, about to leave work and about to get into the mindset that you're going to need to get you through the next 3 days. And hopefully the songs that we provide you at the end of every episode will be something that you can play to slide into the weekend.
This one's good for a Sunday morning too. So Sunday morning, re-listen to this as well.
Thanks guys for joining. See you next week.
Sunday morning, I'm hungover. Reading brutal texts I sent. Some lady gave me pink eye. Going down was not the move. I went through a pack of Marlboro. Think I butchered the Bud Light too. I woke up and I did not know what to do. 'Cause I woke up inside a cage inside a zoo. Now baby, all I see is a gorilla staring back at me. And I don't think he looks too happy. Matter of fact, he looks real hungry. So I think it's time to leave. Did I max out on my credit card? Oh, yeah. It ain't the first time that I did. But I called up the bank, said it was fraud. And I don't think I got a single woman's cell phone number. Yeah. But I know I fought a little kid. Fuck you, Dylan. And this pink eye might be worse than I initially assumed. 'Cause I did not just get pink eye in one eye, I got it in two. Yeah, what's wrong with me? I do not have a clue. Still wondering how I get out of the zoo. Now baby, all I see is a gorilla staring back at me. This zookeeper's nowhere to be seen. But somehow I found his number. Think he's the one that sold me Schneeb. Next Schneebly.